Hello students, welcome to my channel English Sapling. I am your host Simar Kaur Guru presenting the video on the last poem of the class 12th book Flamingo. The name of the poem is Aunt Jennifer's Tiger. So before starting this video, I would like to say that if you are watching my video for the very first time, then please do subscribe the channel and hit that notification bell also so that you never miss our videos. So today I am going to start with a riddle for all of you. It's very simple. All you have to do is just comment below the right answer in the comment section. Then I'll share the correct answer with the name of the person who guessed it right in my next video. So here's the riddle. Name the instrument which you can hear but you can't see. So I'm waiting for your correct answers. Now let's begin with our poem. First of all, let's know about the poet. So this beautiful poem, Aunt Jennifer Tiger, was written by Adrienne Rich. Adrienne Rich was born in 1929 and died in 2012. She is very famous American poet, essayist and feminist. She was one of the most widely read and influenced poets of the second half of the 20th century. She talks about a woman's experiences in her married life. She has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of men. So, the poem Aunt Jennifer Tigers addresses the constraints of married life a woman experiences. Now, if I talk about the title, so what's the title of this poem? It's Aunt Jennifer's Tiger. So here, if you think for a minute, who is Aunt Jennifer? Obviously a woman. And which tiger are these? Maybe they belong to Aunt Jennifer. So we don't know now, but let's understand in this poem. Why only tigers? It might be rat, it might be cat or dog. टाइगर्स को ही क्यों यहाँ पे लेकर आए हैं इस पोएम में? What could the poem be about? अभी ये सारे क्वेश्चंस हमारे स्टार्टिंग में माइंड में आ रहे होंगे जस्ट बाय रीडिंग द टाइटल. सो अब हम अपने सारे आंसर्स को इस पोएम के थ्रू देखते हैं. So before starting line to line description of this poem, let's begin with the themes of this poem. There are majorly three main themes. The first one is constraints of a married life a woman experiences. बेसिकली इस पोम के अंदर जो आंट जेनिफर है वो अपनी मैरिज लाइफ को किस तरीके से देखती है उस चीज के बारे में यहाँ पर बताया गया है. एंड मैरिज एंड जेंडर, द सेकंड थीम ऑफ दिस पोम इज मैरिज एंड जेंडर. जेंडर के बारे में कि हाउ वुमेन इज डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड, हाउ मैरिज इज बीन थ्रू द टाइम. And our last theme, that is creation of art and immortality. If I talk about this theme, let's think about Shakespeare. Shakespeare की जो poems हैं, जो इसके इतने अच्छे आपके prose है, सब कुछ है, they are not physically alive. Shakespeare is not alive among us, but he is present between us by his art of English. उसकी art ही उसको live here. So in this poem also there is something created by this aunt and that is immortal. So what is my opinion on this poem is it's highly critical and extremely creative. Highly critical कैसी है ये? Because this poem is going to talk about these issues of debate since forever. ये बहुत ही पहले के ज़माने के ये इश्यूज है. मैरिज हो गया, जेंडर हो गया, कुछ भी हो गया. एंड एक्सट्रीमली क्रिएटिव कैसी है? बिकॉज यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड बाय द टाइटल दैट आंट जेनिफर्स टाइगर्स. फाइन, तो इसके अंदर जरूर कुछ क्रिएटिव होगा. दिस इज सच अ यूनिक टाइटल, राइट? सो हियर इज अ कोट. There must be those among whom we can sit down and weep and still be counted as warriors. This quote is given by Andreen Rich. Here she was talking about women and she is feminist. एड्रीन रिच भी एक फेमिनिस्ट है और वो एक वुमेन के बारे में ही बात कर रही है. एंड इन दिस पोम ऑल्सो शी इज रेजिंग सिमिलर इश्यूज. फाइन. सो पोएम ओपन्स ऑन अ विजुअल नोट. दैट्स वेरी इमेजिनरी. हम इसको इमेजिन करते हैं. अब इसके एक एक स्टैंजा को लेके देखते हैं. दिस पोएम इज बीइंग रिटन इन 3 stanzas of 4 lines including in each stanza. Fine. So there is a total of 12 lines. So let's start with the stanza 1. Here, Aunt Jennifer's tiger prance across a screen. Word by word देखते हैं. Aunt Jennifer tiger तो आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि कुछ aunt का ही tiger है यहाँ पे. What does prance mean? Prance means movement, moving with the high steps. यहाँ पे movement की बात हो रही है. It's not like a normal walking. So what are tigers doing here? This denotes pride and freedom. जो Aunt Jennifer का tiger है, she is denoting him like pride. एक बहुत ही ज़्यादा pride, बहुत ही ज़्यादा freedom मिली हुई है. And what does screen means? Which screen? Is it TV screen or window screen? So now we have no idea which screen she is talking about. Fine. Bright toppers denizens of a world of green. Here, toppers means a precious stone. So tigers are compared here as they are bright and powerful. यहाँ पे tigers को compare करा है जैसे toppers एक stone होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा precious है, बहुत ज़्यादा चमकता है, एक bright stone है. उसी तरीके से tigers भी बहुत ज़्यादा यहाँ पे bright and powerful दिखाए गए हैं. Toppers denizens. What does denizen mean? That is inhabitants. World of green means forest or open land, can go anywhere of their wish. So tigers can go anywhere. They are very bright, they are very powerful, they are inhabitants. Next line says, they do not fear the men beneath the tree. They. The first word of this line is they. अब they का क्या मतलब है? Who? Tigers. Obviously tigers की यहाँ पे बात हो रही है. They do not fear. Tigers को कोई fear नहीं है. Because tigers are fearless, powerful, they are very strong, they are confident, bold, courageous, brave. As many as synonyms you can add here. The men beneath the tree. What does it mean? We have no idea who are under the tree. Maybe she is talking about hunters. यहाँ पे hunters की बात हो रही है, but हमें अभी यहाँ पे कोई idea नहीं. Fine. The fourth line of this stanza says, they pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. This line takes little longer than other lines because इस line में थोड़ा कुछ interesting सा है. Here they means the first word they, again tigers. She is talking about tigers. Pace. Pace means movement, and sleek. Sleek means very elegant, very sophisticated, and very smooth movement, you can say. So here, she taught us tigers move in a very elegant manner. बहुत ही elegant तरीके से move करते हैं. Chivalry here means a knightly characteristics. It's a kind of a trait. यहाँ पे एक trait के बारे में बताया गया. They carry all these traits just like tigers. Fine. जैसे chivalry होते हैं. Chivalry means they're very respected. They're very fearless, brave, courteous और majestic kind of knightly characteristics. जैसे वो अपनी सारी ये ट्रेड्स को लेके चलते हैं, वैसे ही टाइगर्स अपने ये ट्रेड्स को लेके बहुत ही पावरफुल तरीके से चलता है. एंड सर्टेनिटी मीन्स स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग श्योर. टाइगर्स आर वेरी श्योर. सो व्हाट डज दिस लास्ट लाइन मीन्स? इसका क्या मतलब है? टाइगर्स मूव इन एन एलिगेंट, मैजेस्टिक, फियरलेस एंड कॉन्फिडेंट मैनर. जो टाइगर है बहुत ही एलिगेंट, मैजेस्टिक और फियरलेस तरीके से चलता है. He was very sure of who they are. उसको पता है मैं कौन हूँ. I am the king. So here this is very clear that tigers are clear of their capabilities and they don't have doubts of their self. So all in all, stanza 1 is all about a lady, an Aunt Jennifer, who is embroidering a picture of a tiger and which looks like the topaz or precious stones, which is very bright and powerful just like tigers, and they do not have fear of men. Tigers को कोई डर नहीं होता, but here the lady might have that fear. Fine, let's see this in stanza 2. So what does stanza 2 says? Aunt Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool. Fluttering means movement of bird, just like जैसे birds move करती है in a very swift and quick manner. This also indicates nervousness. उसकी अगर fingers flutter कर रही है, it means जो aunt की fingers है वो बहुत nervous है. Also, she might be old, frail or disturbed. Her fingers were not moving appropriately. Fluttering का ये meaning भी होता है. What does here wool means? It means embroidery work. So it is clear that what screen in first stanza stays. यहाँ पे जब फर्स्ट स्टैंजा में स्क्रीन की बात की गई थी वो अब हमें क्लियर हो गई है कि here aunt is doing her embroidery work. This means aunt was creating a piece of art. Find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Here ivory needle means ivory. Ivory का क्या मतलब होता है? Ivory is just a common word that is made up of tusk of elephant. So here needle is made up of that material. Fine. Hard to pull. Hard to pull means creation of art is not smooth. जो वो create कर रही है, जो वो tigers की pictures को create कर रही है, that have many obstacles. There are many obstacles. Fine. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band. So this line says massive means very huge, very humongous. Weight here means burden. Uncle's band. Uncle's band means aunt's husband. If I'm talking about in the title there is aunt. अगर यहाँ पे aunt बोला है और अब इस line में uncle आए हैं, so it's very clear कि वो इधर यहाँ पे उनके husband की ही बात की गई है. Band. Band here means ring, which is wedding ring. There is a question, why uncle's wedding band when Aunt Jennifer is wearing it? Uncle's wedding band ही क्यों बोला है जब Aunt Jennifer ने इसको डाला है? Because ये उसकी property है, उन uncle की property है. Women considered to be inferior in that time. At which time is considered? This poem was written in 1951, so we are talking about this time. उस time पे women considered to be inferior. That's why they use uncle's band. There is a suggestion. What is it? Aunt is not happy. She is not fulfilling her married life. It's like a burden, taken away her freedom. एक burden की तरह है. It's like कि उनकी उनसे freedom ले ली गई है. There is not freedom of marriage. That's why her hands were shaking. तभी उनके hands shake कर रहे थे. This is in disturbed state of mind. जो वो aunt है बहुत ही disturbed है अपने mind से. Fine. Now let's see the last line of stanza 2. What does it say? Sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Sits heavily means here. This means marriage always suppress her. जो उसकी शादी है उसने हमेशा उसके ऊपर एक burden बना के रखा है. That never gave her freedom. उसकी marriage ने aunt को कभी भी उनको freedom नहीं दिया है. Just like उनकी वेडिंग रिंग आपकी फिंगर में जैसे आके फंस जाती है वैसे ही मैरिज उनकी लाइफ में आके फंस गई. अपॉन आंट जेनिफर्स हैंड. आंट के हैंड पे उसी तरीके से वो आके बैठ गई है रिंग. फाइन. तो स्टैंजा 2 क्लियर्स अस दैट वो बहुत डरी हुई है, उनकी फिंगर्स फ्लटर कर रही है. And the ivory needle is very hard to pull means इसके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा obstacles है जो वो अपनी art बना रही है. And that shows her kind of life. Fine. Let's see what the stanza 3 says. This is the last stanza of this poem. So this will tell us about whole the situation. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie. Aunt is dead. Why now Aunt Jennifer not written here? अब यहाँ पे खाली आंट ही क्यों वर्ड यूज किया गया? Why only aunt? By the time we reach the end, fine. Aunt is dead. Is dead means going into future. We are going into possibility that जब aunt की death हो जाएगी, अब हम यहाँ पे एक future के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. Here is a thing that you all must understand. जो stanza 1 था that talks about the past of that lady, and Aunt Jennifer Finger, that stanza 2 talks about the present situation of her marriage life, and stanza 3 is talking about the future that we are seeing into his poem, that what is the possibility अगर aunt की death हो जाती है, her terrified hands will lie. Terrified hands means she is continue to fear when she is dead. जब वो मर भी जाएगी तभी भी उनको fear होगा इस चीज का. हम देखते हैं she will not be able to get rid of wedding ring. अपनी wedding ring से तब भी वो पीछे नहीं हटेगी because she continue to escape misery even after death. Will continue to suffer. She will continue to suffer वो because wedding ring still on her finger. उसके मर जाने के बाद भी रिंग जो है उसकी फिंगर पे ही रहेगी. And this is very and extremely patriarchal words. My aunt is dead. Her terrified hands will lie. This is very patriarchal words. Now next line says, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. Ringed. A word means surrounded by or encircled by. Just imagine if you are wearing, then your finger is surrounded or trapped inside the ring, just like आपकी finger के अंदर अगर जब ring होती है तो how that ring trapped your finger. Fine. In the same manner, उसकी भी ऐसी ही ring फंसी हुई थी finger में, but don't imagine कि वो real में ring फंसी है. She is talking about her marriage here. If she dies, her finger was trapped by or control of her marriage, her problems, her sufferings, or her unpleasant sufferings. Fine. She was always being controlled by her husband, or you can say her institution of marriage, that is patriarchal society. हमेशा वो अपने husband के under control में रही है. This line says. Fine. Next line says the tigers in the panel that she made. It's very important. Line 11 and 12 is very important because that clarifies us what does the whole poem means. So now let's wind up with these last two lines. Panel here means artwork surface. That जहाँ पे आपका काम किया जाता है आर्ट का. Here, Aunt Jennifer, which is the creator, will die, but her creation, that is the art, will live forever. And this irony है. कैसे irony है? इंसान एक ना एक टाइम आके मर जाता है, but जो उसने create किया हुआ है, just like remember that example which I gave you in the starting of this video of Shakespeare. Shakespeare is not alive between us, but उसका जो art है, उसकी जो poetries है, उसकी जो dramas है, that is being alive with us. अब सब उसी art को ही देखते हैं. So here also, Aunt Jennifer will be made immortal through her art. यहाँ पे Aunt Jennifer अगर मर जाती है, but जो उन्होंने art बनाई है, that tiger drawing will be remain immortal. Extreme words used, that like dead, terrified, ringed, with ordeals mastered by. यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सट्रीम तरीके से वर्ड्स को यूज़ किया गया है. So in the end, this poem is highly critical, as I also told you earlier. Here, artwork is the form of expression as it expresses her desires. यहाँ पे artwork का बिल्कुल आर्ट की तरह से काम नहीं हुआ. यहाँ पे वो एक एक्सप्रेशन बता रही है, अपनी डिजायर्स को बता रही है, that she want to become like tigers. उसने टाइगर्स की ड्राइंग ही क्यों बनाई? बिकॉज वो बनना चाहती है टाइगर्स की तरह, फियरलेस लेडी बनना चाहती है, टाइगर्स की तरह ही बनना चाहती है, स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड पावरफुल, बट शी डजंट, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ हर डिस्टर्ब्ड मैरिड लाइफ. बट उसकी मैरिड लाइफ इतनी डिस्टर्ब्ड है कि वो उनकी तरह नहीं बन पा रही. So last two lines suggest that artwork will remain artwork. It will not turn into reality. जो यहाँ पे last line वो बता रहे हैं कि will go on prancing proud and unafraid. It means कि जो आर्ट वर्क है वो हमेशा आर्ट वर्क ही रहेगा, वो कभी रियलिटी नहीं बन सकता. फाइन. सो दिस पोम ends into very beautiful lines. So I hope you all understand this poem clearly. So this is all about this beautiful poem by Adrienne Rich, Aunt Jennifer's Tiger. I hope you all understand it properly. And these three stanzas give us immense imagination about how tigers and humans are being compared by. So with this video, I'll end this here, and stay tuned for my next video, which I'm going to talk about poem which is Keeping Quiet from class 12th book Flamingo. So stay tuned for that poem. Thanks for watching.